Hello, everybody. Hold on 1 second, Miss April. I sent it to your phone. I sent the link to your phone. Oh, there you go.
I'm here.
There you
I'm
go.
here. What's
How,
up, everybody? What's up?
what
Let's
is
get
wrong
some
with my
people some
screen?
time.
Why is it saying that it's over? What did I do?
No, you live. You live for 309.
Wait a minute. This thing just. Hold on a second. I don't know what's going on. Why it's tripping? Because I'm looking at the other
Mm,
computer. Oh, okay. I don't know what happened, but it made me kind of nervous for a second.
mm.
Yeah. You know what? I was gonna talk about Kevin Hunter and Wendy Williams, but it's a story that ran across my head that nobody is really talking about. And this in the Huff
What's
Post,
that?
and it's talking about this young black man told his mom that he was being followed by white men. Then they found him unalive, as they call it. Have
Oh,
you heard
wow.
about that story?
No, no, I
It's
haven't.
in Miss. Yeah, it happened. They said 2 hours ago. The story was written, and the guy name is Rasheem Carter. He was 25 years old. He went missing in Mississippi and was found with his body dismembered in a wooded area a month later on November the 2nd, 2022. But they just now started talking about this story, and nobody knew anything about it.
Mm,
Ain't that something?
wow. Girl, there's so
Yeah.
much
So they
going
was
on. How do you even keep up
yeah,
with this stuff anymore? I mean, it's
man, it
getting
just ran
so,
across me.
so ridiculously. Like, those of y'all who can't see, hold can on. Y'all see that? It's so much darkness that I'm
Yeah.
just, I mean, and some of the stuff that people gonna have to live with, like this
Right.
mother, her son told her that people was doing stuff
Yeah.
to her child, and he comes up dead.
Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy. So let me finish. It says Rasheem Rael Carter was a star wide receiver in high school and the captain of his baseball team in Fayette, Mississippi. He was very outgoing. He loved sports. His mother said her name is Tiffany Carter. After graduating from Hines Community College in Utica, I believe it is, in 2016 with a degree in welding and cutting technology. He went to work for a railroad company in Brookhaven, Mississippi, which his mother said was his first real job. In late September, late September, Carter started a new contracting job in Taylorsville, Mississippi, and so it says that the job helped him support his young daughter. But on October the 1st last year, he called and sent his mother a worrying text that expressed fear for his life. When he sent that note, excuse me, when he sent that to me, I freaked out and I kept calling him until he texted back saying, "I'm good, mama," Tiffany Carter told the Huff Post. So then it went on to say when they were on the phone, she told the Huff Post, Carter said white men in three pickup trucks were following him and harassing him. Later that day, he went to the police station in Taylorsville. What um what happened there remains a key point. of the contention between his family and the police. According to Tiffany Carter, Raheem went to the Taylorville police twice to report he feared for his life. He also asked for a ride back to the Super 8 Hotel in Laurel, where he was living about 22 miles southeast of Taylorsville. Police agreed that Carter asked for a ride, but they have given conflicting accounts about the extent of which he voiced his fear for his life, or if he did at all. And then it goes on to say earlier this year, Taylorsville police told Huff that Carter never mentioned fearing for his life, and that police denies his request for a ride because they were not a taxi service. But Taylorsville Police Sheriff Gabe Horn told a local newspaper something else in December, that Carter did file a police report when he visited the station, but declined to press any charges against whomever was threatening him. He said police refused to give him a ride to Laurel because it was out of the department's jurisdiction. Carter left the police station and he never made it back to the motel. Meanwhile, Tiffany Carter was in a growing panic. All she could think about was what he texted her. As more time passed, she sent her friend out to find him, but the friend was unsuccessful. So Tiffany Carter reported her son missing to Laurel authorities on October the 2nd. She had spoken to him earlier that day and had a normal conversation, but then he stopped responding to subsequent messages. I called them and reported that my son was missing. I had not talked to him, and it was strange that we did not talk, she told the Huff. 1 month later, on November the 2nd, police found Carter's body in a wooded area just a few miles from the Taylorsville police station. The Taylorsville Police Department would not comment on the case. HuffPost made several calls and sent emails to contact Horn, but did not receive any response. The Smith County Sheriff's Office in Raleigh, which was running the investigation, put out a statement on November the 3rd that at this time, we have no reason to believe foul play was involved, but the case is still under investigation. The Carter family was immediately skeptical. The autopsy performed by the state medical examiner later that month on November the 22nd was more circumspect. It did note that the remains showed no pathological conditions or significant skeletal trauma, but did observe several fractures. It said decomposition was very advanced and that the remains were incomplete. It listed the cause of passing away as determined. So how are you going to say that it was determined when this young man asked y'all for help? And it seems like when Black people ask for help, there is no help. So it goes on to say, Smith County Sheriff Joe Houston told the HuffPost that this is how his office is treating the case, and that it is actually pursuing several angles, including several search warrants for electronic devices. So now they want to do a little bit of something. But to the family, their lawyer, noted civil rights attorney, I can't stand him, I'm so sorry, Benjamin Crump, the remains show something else altogether. Crump office took possession of Carter's remains after the state was finished and performed an independent analysis of the state results, as well as an independent autopsy. In a Monday news conference, Crump said his examination revealed that Carter had been dismembered and his head was not attached to his body. Wow.
Oh my God.
Yes. What that tells us is that this was a nefarious act. This was an evil act. Somebody took that boy's life, Rasheem Carter, and we cannot let them get away with this, Crump said. When you look at these pictures taken at the autopsy, it tells you there is nothing natural about this. It screams out for justice. There are other details that deepen the question of whether somebody took Carter's life. On October the 4th, Tiffany Carter said an investigator flagged to her that there was a $500 transaction on his debit card from an ATM machine. She shared a transaction record with Huff Post that showed the card, but Houston, the Smith County Sheriff told Huff his office believed the card had not actually been used since August, and he did not explain the discrepancy with the transaction record. And disturbing imagery from Carter's final hours has shocked his family. Someone captured Carter on a deer trail camera. Oh, wow, it gets deeper. Property where his body was found. The photo began circulating in the community. Someone shared one photo with the family, and police also became aware of the photo, Houston said. The image Carter's family saw and shared with the HuffPost showed side profile of Carter in the woods with his shirt off, wearing blue jeans, with some kind of wooden object in his shoulder. On his shoulder, excuse me. A trail camera captured an image of Rashawn Carter with his shirt off and carrying what appeared to be a large tree limb in a wooded area near Taylorsville. Wow. Tiffany Carter said she believed the image shows her son in fear, as if he was running away from someone or trying to protect himself. Houston did not say if there were other photos of Carter in his last days. The family local activities and residents want answers about what happened. Tiffany Carter thinks police have not been forthcoming about all the details surrounding her son's passing. I will never let my son go, never. He will always have a place in my heart because that was my baby boy, Tiffany Carter said. I can't change what has happened, but I can make sure it does not happen to somebody else. I can go out there and still fight and still try to get justice for my son and anybody else that has been done unjustly. The case initially received little to no media attention, and that's why nobody heard of it. But the rallies and demonstrations in Taylorsville have garnered the attention of local television news stations over the last 5 months. Carter family has held several demonstrations that have drawn significant local turnout. Um, Somebody named Malone, an author and activist of Fayetteville, where Carter was born, told HuffPost that Mississippi's violent history against Black people is the main reason why Carter's family and other local activists in that state are uneasy. Mississippi's justice system is still brutally not made for Black or brown people. You cannot tell me if that was a white boy gone missing, Mississippi Bureau of Investigation and the FBI wouldn't have aggressively been looking into this. Malone said, "It is amazing how Rasheen is one of many stories that go unreported in Mississippi every day, and that poor family is hurting as a result of it. Rasheen knew he was in danger. He went to the police station, and there has been a lack of accountability to the police station," Malone added. A Washington Post report found that since 2000, there have been at least 8 suspected lynchings of Black men and teenagers in Mississippi, and local police departments have repeatedly been accused of racist practices. Carter's family said it is not going to stop pushing for answers. It happens, but this time it happened to the wrong person, which is Rasheen, said Tasha Clark, his cousin, because his family has they're going to keep on fighting for him, in other words. So yeah, his name is Rasheem Carter. He was 25 years old, and they have done absolutely nothing to help him. Yeah, that is disturbing, you knew. That is very disturbing. Hi, DJ. Hi, Tracy. Hi, DJ. Oh, I said the hi, Big Tim. Hi, everybody.
Hey, Big Tim.
That is very disturbing.
Yeah, to think that this stuff is still going on. Like, this is so crazy.
Yeah.
You said Big Tim was in here?
Yeah.
Hey, Big Tim. Hey, my bro. I wanted to stay in here, Big Tim.
He said be right back. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, this is sad. This is sad. This took precedence over, that Wendy Williams story, because like they said, it's a lot of people in Mississippi even in parts of Arkansas, like where my god sister is, she was telling me, it's like we walk freely without real fear, but when I go down there to visit, it's like, don't do this, don't do this. I'm like, I'm not about to not do nothing. This is a free country. What's wrong with y'all?
Yeah,
They got y'all
well,
hoodwinked.
I'm gonna tell you like this. There's some places up here. There's some towns I'm not going to.
Right. Out here in Cali
So,
too. Out here in California,
so
they
I
don't know
mean,
that.
it is what it is.
Right.
Yeah. hmm Hey,
Yeah.
Lady T, how you doing? You know the sad thing about all of this, and what is really, really just literally, really so disheartening and disappointing
Hmm.
is, when they say the world goes around, round and round, and this is still a cycle of stuff that's been going on for so many years, and it's like this stuff is still going on.
Hmm.
Black kids getting killed. It's a wonder they didn't hang them up by the rope.
Right.
Like, this is 2023. We supposed to be past this, but
Right.
yet still live. Like, what is really going on out there?
Hmm.
This is sad. Who would ever think in 2023 you got black men still being messed with, let alone decapitated?
Wow.
What, you getting mad because he told you about yourself?
You
I
need.
know, and I want to make this clear. I am not a racist. I ain't prejudiced. I ain't Jesus. So what you gonna hear from me is what you gonna get. I don't make no apology for the way I think. Now I will say this: in all races, there are bad people
Hmm.
in races. So I ain't trying to say this because shoot, the way things going in the world today, like hell, this could be teenagers doing this. Well,
Hmm.
this is just horrible.
It is. It is very horrible. We
Like
got
this is horrible.
Yeah, we got a situation out here in California, so I don't remember exactly. Oh, I think it was around Valentine's Day last month. So all the kids were assigned to write Valentine's cards. So these kids took it upon themselves to write Valentine cards to a black student, and they put to my favorite monkey. And they were saying something else about lynching. So now the school is going after the parents because they're like, this behavior is coming from your house. How is it that you can sit up here and say something like that? And now they're like, oh, no, that's not just a kid. Your children deliberately, wrote something that disrespectful. And these are the languages that you are using at home. And the kid thought that the kid liked them, and they're getting a card talking about to my favorite monkey. What kind of crap is that? And a
Wow.
Valentine's card to my favorite monkey?
And
So,
these people don't know what they do to people's self-esteem. Like you take a kid to have people say call him those type of names. It's just so sad because as much as we all say we bad and tough and this don't hurt and all of that, we be lying.
right.
No, it hurts.
Yep. Yep. That mess is crazy. I'm just like, wow. And the
And
parents
how
that
long
are
ago?
this was Valentine's Day.
Mm, mm, mm. And see, the thing of it is, in some of these cities, in some of the worst prejudiced states, have the messed upest rulings for their city when it comes to people missing. Like some places, they get on it right away.
Yep.
Some states, they wait maybe 7 days. So some of these states, they don't care. The people go in there, they try to file a report, and they're telling them it's not time to file the report, or you're too late in filing your report.
Mm-hmm.
They play a lot of games down there in them southern states too. This is awful.
Mm-hmm. To my favorite monkey. That's what he said.
Mm, mm, mm. Lord help us all. Mm, mm, mm.
That was totally disrespectful. I was like, what? And so the parents is trying to downplay, like they're just kids. The principal, like, nah, it ain't no just kids. I can't play the video because I don't want to get struck. But let me see, hold on. But this is the card, right? Let me see if I can blow it up. And you see the little monkey on there.
Mm, mm, mm.
Yeah. And it has some other stuff on there too, some other disrespectful stuff on there too. So and the kid went home really upset. So they're out there protesting right now, and the school is not having it. Upland is not very. I mean, it takes a while for me to get there, but it's not that far. It's almost in like Los Angeles County. Los Angeles County is huge, and it's about an hour away from Los Angeles County. Yeah, that does break my heart too, that a kid has to be subjected to that. Yeah. And this is what black kids are being subjected to. And then there's a place called Orange County, California. Um, they are like very prejudiced out there, extremely prejudiced. The KKK like runs out that way, and then they have a place called Victorville and Lancaster. Those places are also they are hotbeds for like the KKK. So it's really sad that people have to live like that and deal with that kind of stuff. And everybody wants to fuss about doxing and all these other things when we got bigger fish to fry. We got to worry about these kids being in school with these kids with these mindsets. Their parents are still hating on black people after all these years. A lot of people, man, it's ridiculous. And like Miss April said, I'm not prejudiced either, but I will call your poop out in a minute. Who's it? Cara Reed, how you doing? And people say I'm weird because I've been homeschooling since 2018, but I really, yeah, I've been fear for my kids too. And I don't really want to like send my kids to school either. You know what I'm saying? I just don't. I don't want to send them to these schools to today because of the stuff that's going on in there. I have a family member that is a part of the LBGTQ, Miss April say, the alphabet community. Let me just shorten it. And so I can't tell you who to love. I can't tell you. Yeah, I know Georgia racist. Trust me. I know that. You ain't lying. You ain't never lied. You ain't never lied. Georgia is so racist, it ain't even funny. I have a cousin that lives in Georgia, but I have a family member that's part of the alphabet community, and that is her choice, And we were sitting down talking, and she was saying that she dropped her kid off to school, and he started saying that he didn't want to go to school because the teacher was tripping. And she like, what do you mean the teacher tripping? So when he would get upset, like she was talking to the teacher, she said, I know you're upset. Hello, Cara. I know you're upset, but here, go get your doll baby. She said, doll baby? My cousin like, whoa, doll baby for my son? No, she said, that's my lifestyle. You're not going to impose your lifestyle on my son. If he wants to be the way I am, that's his choice. But you're not going to give my son no girl doll baby. And they really had it out. So it's all up in the schools now. They're trying to change, your kid's gender. They're trying to change who they say they are. If you are a parent and you tell your kid that no, you're not a girl, you're a boy, you could be you can go to jail or have your kid taken from you. When did we start doing that? You still there, Miss April? When did we start doing that? I don't understand the method behind it. And it's not to bash them. If that's something that you want to do, that's what you want to do. That's your right to do what you want to do with your life, but don't impose your will upon my kid. Don't do that. Don't do that kind of stuff, And then there's a kid in I believe he's in Canada. I could be, yeah, in Canada. He's shucks. He's 16 years old. And so he became I think he became a student body member or something to that effect. He won. He was a good student. And like I said, what I'm about to read is not to bash anybody. Like Miss April said, you do what you want to do. It's your business. Live how you want to live. That's your business. You don't have to answer to any one of us. We don't have a heaven. We don't have a hell to put you in. So we're not bashing you. If you take this offensively, then that is not the intention of the conversations that we're having. We are having grown adult conversations. And if you don't like what we're saying, you are most freely welcome to disconnect. We care, but you can disconnect at any point and any time. And I will not be mad at you. And if you feel a certain way, we could talk about it like adults. But there's a young man in Canada, and his name is Josh Alexander, and he was a high school student and a founder of Save Canada, a youth-run Christian organization. He has been arrested several times for his dedication for standing up for Christian Canadian values and freedoms. And it's not just about the religion, okay, but what it is this young man in October, there were some males that were saying they were using the women's bathroom, and they were saying that they were females. So what happened was the females were going to him and saying, they were underage, maybe 14, 15, the high school age. And they were saying, I don't feel comfortable with guys just walking up in the bathroom with us and whipping their manhood out in front of me. I'm not accustomed to that. So he said, okay, so more women started coming to him, letting him know. And I don't know the whole dynamics, but he was like, okay, I'll address it to the school. So he went to the school leadership and he said, you know what, I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but there are many girls in this school that are feeling very, very uncomfortable with boys. They got hair on their face, their chest, and everything else, and they're saying that they are women. It's okay for them to be who you are. But these girls are saying, I do not feel comfortable being in a locker room or using the restroom, and these boys just walking up in there using the same shower, using the same commode at the same time with me. I don't feel comfortable because I don't know if they are really feeling, or if they are really like transitioning, or are they just saying that just to come in the bathroom with us. We don't know if they're going to come in here. And see, my thing is this: I don't know if those boys are going to say, hey, I'm transgender, but then you come in and my daughter has no clothing on, and you start taking pictures and videos and selling her body parts on the internet, and or you're setting her up to be trafficked out, because now they have pictures of her dressed and undressed. They know what she looks like, and now they're like, oh, put a price on it. I don't know, because with all this trafficking and stuff that's going on, you cannot be too careful, and that's why I agree with him in fighting. So he continued to let them know, hey, this is not right. Men should bathe with men, and if not, if this person is transitioning, then you should come up with a third bathroom for those people that are transitioning into whatever sexuality they want to be. But I feel personally, and I'm not coming against anyone, if you say that you want to be a woman, you should not be walking around with your full male part dangling in front of me. You should not be able to do that. You should go ahead and have the whole entire surgery and get rid of that male portion, so that there's no potential of you saying, you know what, I think I want to get a piece of kitty cat tonight, but they can't do nothing to me. Like in California, there's a guy that said he was transitioning, and that's why we was getting ready to get rid of our district attorney. There was a guy said, I'm transitioning into a woman. And they said, okay, but he was assaulting women with his male part. And then they put him in a halfway house. He thought it was funny. He started making jokes about it, talking about ha, 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 ha. And so somebody heard him. So now they locked him up for real. So now he's sitting there looking stupid. So that is the danger. And then, like this man said, you got a man that's getting ready to walk into the bathroom with my wife. It ain't no way in hell I'm going to let you walk into the bathroom with my wife and you got a full-on piece like I do. That's not going to happen, because it already happened where a man walked in dressed up like a woman and he did what he did with her and knocked her out cold. And people were like, what's taking her so long? He went in there and had his way with her and knocked that woman out cold. Nobody could identify him because he was dressed like a woman, and the attack was already performed. This lady had to have all kinds of tests to make sure that she didn't contract anything from him. She also had to have tests done to make sure that she was not going to have a child by this individual. That is the dangerous part to me about it. You can be whoever you want to be, but as long as you're genuine behind what you're saying and you're not using it as a cover up, like the gentleman that went to jail and he ended up impregnating a bunch of the female inmates because he said that he was a female, but he still had this male issue. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think that that's right. I think they need to think about it. And that's what I keep telling people. As long as these politicians and lawmakers are able to live in these gated communities where nobody can touch their kids or their family members, they don't care about us. But when that security is breached, then they're going to understand. And I wish nothing on anybody, excuse me, I wish nothing on anybody. I wish no harm on anybody. When I say this, until one of these lawmakers' daughters, niece, goddaughters, grandchild, whatever gets put in a compromising position like the regular quote unquote civilians, then and only then will these people start changing laws. That is when laws are going to start changing. Matthews, hold on, I'm gonna read that. Karen said the devil is a liar. There's a reason why God made man and woman and children. cannot comprehend most adult things. Therefore, they should not be subjected to it. Correctly. I'm gonna read your comments, but I'm gonna leave up what Tracy put so that nobody can strike me, even though I wrote, what I wrote. So the next comment is Matthew 18:6. But whosoever shall offend one of these little ones which believe in me, it were better for him that a milestone will hang around about his neck, and that he were drowned in the depth of the sea. And that's true. That's true. That's very, very true. But yeah, it's until it happens, like I said, and this is not hate. I don't have hatred in me. You know, Tracy, no. Everybody knows I don't have a hateful bone in my body. When people, make choices, these are the choices that you're going to have to live with. I don't really get too much into religion because I don't want to offend anybody. You know what I'm saying? But it's that bad now that we get to a place where we can't speak our truth because somebody will get offended by it. But until something happens to one of these lawmakers' family members, that is when that law is going to swiftly change. Until that day takes place. Okay, until that day takes place, that is when everything is going to change. The shit gonna hit the literal fan. They're gonna say, nope, let's scrap it all. Nope, let's do this. Nope, let's do that. Nope. And then people are gonna be like, oh my God, because of one thing you overlook. Make a third bathroom. Make a third bathroom. Whether you want to be a woman that transitions into a male counterpart, or whether you want to be a male that transitions into a female counterpart, still make a separate restroom. We have a right to feel comfortable, going to the toilet. We never had that fear before. It used to be a time where we could go to a public restroom and we didn't have to worry whether a male was going to come up in there behind us and say, oh, and he's going to stand up and use the restroom like a regular male. No, that's not fair. That's not fair to anybody. That's not fair. So, I mean, they're beautiful people. They look, the transgender ABC community, they have a right to have a job. They have a right to do whatever everybody else do. It's the situation that we have an issue with. It's not the person. It's not the person. And that's what we're trying to convey. It's not you. It's the situation. Now you're saying men can have babies. Really? I'm going to say this in love, because now they're allowing men to compete with women, men that are not talented enough to compete with regular men. They're now switching over to compete against women, which is 100% unfair. And I asked a lot of men the same question: how do you feel about it? And they said structurally it's not fair. And based on a scientist, I'm not a medical doctor, I don't know all that stuff, but I will do my research. When they take the estrogen medication based on a scientist, not me, it stops the male body from deteriorating. It stops everything from falling apart in a man, if you can get what I'm saying. And the same body structure, the strength, all that good old stuff, they may act like us in a feminine sense, but they are still strong. They are stronger than us by a long shot. No LBGT, no gay male, no homosexual male has a right to be in a physical altercation with a woman. It is not fair. They had a sport, the kickboxing, where this man literally cracked this woman's skull. Nobody knew that he was a transgender. They hid that from the competition. And I think that was unfair.
Yeah.
So it's all backwards. It's backwards. Why don't you create a separate sports for them alone if they want to compete, not against a regular physical woman? And if something forbid a man passes away that's an LBGT person or a transgender person, if they find their remains, they're not going to say, oh, it's a body of a woman. They're going to say these are the remains of a male, because those are your bones. That's your structure. When you turn into another sex, your bone structure does not change. They changed your outer appearance and the organs. Your bone structure, let some male or a female, something happen and they end up finding them. They're going to identify, do the DNA, and they're going to say, oh, this is a male. Your family may get mad, but it's the truth. That's how they're going to identify you until they, oh, okay, this person transitioned. Okay, but we found male bones. We found female bones. You can't change your bones, not unless you break every bone in your body. And that's totally impossible. How will you be able to function? You have anything to say, Miss April?
Girl, it's very disheartening to know that in the year of 2023 that we still have this type of hate going on in the world.
Mm-hmm. Real. That's real. That's real. And it's
And
sad. You all right?
yeah, I just got a little cough. I'll be glad when it becomes spring and then we get summer. How old are the parents?
Which parents?
The boy's parents. Did they list his age?
Which one? The little boy that fought against the school, or
No,
the
the
black
one
kid?
that
Oh,
the
he was
black kid.
25. He was 25.
Okay.
Yeah, he was 25. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, he was 25 years old. So this happened in 2022. Yeah, in October of 2022, and we're just now hearing about it. Just now. They're gonna do the same thing that happened to Shanquilla. Was it at the same month with Shanquilla?
Do we know anything about Shanquilla?
Well, according to what I heard today, Shanquilla, they said that the lawyer said that they went to Mexico. Nobody wanted to help them to get to the consulate wouldn't help them to get to the appropriate people, but they eventually got to the appropriate people. And they said that they actually did all the paperwork. They showed them the paperwork that they sent it off to America already. So they're waiting, for America. So Mexico did their portion, and they're trying to figure out why America hasn't done anything yet. And the rumor has it that one of the girls, or the girl that attacked her, has a family member that works up in the government somewhere. So that could be something that stops. But yeah, Mexico is ready to receive them for their crimes, and they're trying to find out if they're going to charge all of them that were there, because somebody should have stopped it. There is basically like they're trying to charge them as being an accessory to the crime, because you could have stopped it. If I saw that, I'd have been like, hey, wait a minute. No, 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 no. She ain't even fighting back. We're not doing that. We're not doing
Right.
that. No, 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 no. We're not doing that. I'd be like, hold on, we're not doing that. And I would have made sure that I got her away from. I'd be like, look, they can keep this room. Let's go somewhere else, because I'm not gonna sit here and watch this happen. I'm not gonna do that. So yeah, that's what they were talking about on YouTube, that the lawyer, her lawyer, the family's lawyer, is looking to prosecute the girl that attacked, and they're going to go after the ones that sat there and watched it. So it's crazy. I don't know. I don't know if they go over to Mexico, how what they want to do. Like say, okay, we got you, lock you up. Are they going to hand them back over to America so that they can spend their time in an American jail? That's one of the things I would like to know. Because Mexico could very well let them go. Like, okay, you over here, but just don't go back to America. That would not be fair.
Right.
So I don't know. I just pray that this girl gets justice because that was totally not right. The trauma and everything that she went through, that's not fair. That they get to walk around here free, you know. Had that been like black people attacking, another race, they would be in that jail so quick they couldn't even turn their head around. So we get no kind of respect, even though we fight for people to respect us, it's like we're not getting any.
Wow, this is just, it's too much. Like, just stay in these United States of America. Because
Exactly.
going over there to them other countries, we don't even speak their language.
Right. Exactly. And I don't see why everybody wants to run to Dubai too. And I'm like, what's wrong with you guys? There are so many places in America that you could visit. There's so many beautiful places in America. Why are you giving another country your money? Do a 30-day one city's tour. Go to a state and say, I'm gonna do 30 days in this state, and in your next vacation, I'm gonna do another whatever amount of time you get in this state, and just do the whole America. It's so much to discover. You
Yes,
know,
it is.
it's so much to
Yes,
discover
it
out here.
is. And so that is the one good things about social media, um, that I do like. This is when things like a Shanquella Robinson happens, that, people get out here and they protest. We want answers.
Right.
So I want to give kudos. I got a slight cold. It was cold. I took some Benadryl and stuff. I
Okay.
want to give kudos to people that are keeping stories alive, especially when it comes to Shanquella Robinson, because unfortunately, we have a girl up here like Kanika Jenkins. We don't know what happened to her.
Sorry. Oh, Lord. I didn't mean to play that right away.
Okay.
I'm, I'm
And
sorry
I'll
about that.
mute my mic.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
No, 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 no. Go ahead. I didn't mean to do that. Go ahead.
So at least they have people that are helping. Because I still want answers about Kanika Jenkins, but we'll probably never get them. So I'll mute my mic if you had something to play.
No, no, no. I wanted you to finish. I didn't mean to
Oh,
do
no,
that.
I was finished. I was just saying I appreciate everybody on YouTube
Oh yeah,
because when you talk about Shanquella Robinson's death, you bring awareness
yeah.
to, he went somewhere with four, with, and those people weren't friends, because if they was friends, we wouldn't even know about her.
Right. Can you do me a
But hope,
favor? Can you talk
uh-huh.
about when you and your friends? I need you guys to hear what real friends are. Okay, what real friends are. Can you please explain to them what happened when you guys went to Vegas?
When I was in Vegas, you can go to, it's under my shorts, and you can play one of the shorts where we were at America's Got Talent. Well, we were standing in line to take pictures, but you know me, I'm looking around. I didn't really go that far. I took maybe 20 steps,
Mm-hmm.
and you know, next thing I know, everybody's calling me Darlene. I'm like, what? And they're like, wait a minute, don't be snapping. Now we all came together. We need to know where everybody is at all times. So
Exactly.
these are the type of people that I was with when I went to Las Vegas.
Right. You got some
Like,
hot tea?
I'm getting ready to get it right now.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead,
And
finish
so
though.
when you decide to go somewhere now with a group of friends, you need to be with some lifelong friends, not no friends you just done met a few years.
Right.
Because I don't think these people knew Shanquella long, did they?
From the parents only knew that one boy.
Right.
And that
So
was it.
yeah, wow. And again, like I say, everybody, I'm pretty sure they heard about Kanika Jenkins.
Mm-hmm.
Here in Chicago, she ended up dead in a hotel in the freezer. Like, how did she even get there? They have video of her staggering through the hotel, but she ended up in the basement, dead in the freezer.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's true. And these
And
are
so
go ahead, sorry.
you have law enforcement that either is not doing their job or they're being paid.
Mm, that's deep.
So because there is no way some of these crimes that happen, somebody knows something.
That's true.
But the good thing about it is you can run, you can hide, but now due to people talking, people filming, things do come out. So I can't wait for things to come out. And I'll mute my mic now.
Oh, you didn't have to. That was enough said. Well, woof. Hold on, you guys. Let me play this video for Miss April. When she asked me something, I try to get to it because my mind is as long as a bird. Let me see if I got it right. Hold on. Probably messed up by now. Wait a minute. I think I waited too long. Let me see if I can go back up. Okay. Family of Shanquella Robinson called for diplomatic intervention months after woman's death in Mexico. So, what happened to the video that was playing? Let me go back, y'all. And this is all fair use. Don't y'all come after me. See, I done messed up already, y'all. Okay, there you go. Let me see. Benjamin Crook.
Who died in Mexico, calling for high-level diplomatic intervention in the case. They say the person responsible for her death needs to be brought to justice. ABC's Ika Jachi has more.
Justice for Shanquella Robinson.
This morning, for over 125 days, the family of Shanquella Robinson outraged, demanding justice after the 25-year-old was found dead at a luxury resort in Mexico.
15 weeks and 3 days, and still, with all this visual evidence, nobody has been arrested.
Last October, Robinson was found dead in San Jose del Cabo, Mexico, during a group vacation. authorities finding her body less than 24 hours after she arrived. She and a group of 6 other individuals traveled there for vacation, the party reportedly blaming Robinson's death on alcohol poisoning. However, an autopsy later concluded that she had suffered trauma to her neck and spine. In one now viral video, too violent to show, Robinson is seen being severely beaten by another woman in her hotel room, while at least 2 other people in the room watch or record the incident. Mexican authorities say the investigation is ongoing and that this was not an accident, but a direct attack on Robinson. Mexican authorities issued an arrest warrant for a female suspect back in November 2022 and requested she be extradited from the U.S.
No one has been arrested. The people who knew what happened to my daughter are living their lives. They have returned to work, and my family is left to wait and we to beg for answers.
Now, the traveling party came back to the U.S. a day after the body was found. While no arrests have been made, the Robinson family is calling for everyone involved in the incident to be extradited back to Mexico in order to face charges. Eva?
Ika Joshi for us there. Thanks, Ike.
So I'm going to try to play this one. This is what I was reading to you guys.
This was not a natural killing. This was not a natural death. This represents a young man who was killed. His head was severed from his body. His vertebrae, his spinal cord, was in another spot they discovered away from his severed head.
I pray I don't get struck for
They
this.
have recently found remains that they believe are also Racine Carter at another part of where he went missing. And what that tells us is that this was a nefarious act. This was an evil act. Somebody murdered Racine Carter. And so today, we're calling for the Department of Justice to open an investigation as to what happened to Racine Carter. Somebody seen what happened to Racine. And it doesn't make any sense at all, because the text message that his mother got before he went missing
on October the 1st, my son texted me. This was after him and I had gotten off the phone. He said, me and the owner of this company not seeing eye to eye, Mom. His name, which I can't say at this time, but if anything happened to me, he's responsible for it. I'm too smart, Mama. He got these guys wanting to kill me. And that's what he sent to me.
This is sad.
Mm.
I don't want to hear that. I know I can't stand that voice.
What's sad is I got to look at Benjamin Crump too.
Yeah.
Like, there are other people that can handle this. You can't, you running around for this glory. And there's a lot of people that have been talking about Benjamin Crump. I put Benjamin Crump in the class with the Al Sharptons and stuff. Like, y'all do stuff for glory now. Y'all not doing it for your heart. You're doing it for the money. You want to get so much money built up. And that becomes a problem to me too. I wish there were other lawyers that can get on these type of cases.
Right.
Not for just one guy to monopolize this whole injustice when blacks are killed. Like, one person just can't do it all. Brent Crump cannot be on all of these cases for them to be solved and all of this. So that's a problem right there.
Right.
And you know what I'm saying? Like his law firm, like I'm pretty sure where these people are being murdered at, that there has to be some good black attorneys there that can help, that knows the city, knows the laws. Yeah, I'm just tired of Benjamin Crump. Every time you look up, he more in the spotlight than the victims are.
Right.
And that's just a rant. You know, I might be wrong, but I don't even feel like I'm wrong.
No, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Because I'm about to share something else. This young man that I'm about to show you actually went to Ben Crump. He and his mother went to Ben Crump for help. And Ben Crump told him from this boy's mouth, and let me put this back up here, from this boy's mouth, that Benjamin Crump would not take his case because he wasn't deceased. So let me play this for you. I could not believe what I heard from this young man. Michi X went to go visit this young man, and she asked everybody to send cash apps. I did. And he said Benjamin Crump would not help him because he wasn't deceased. He survived. Here it go. But it's not going to say Benjamin Crump name in here. What's going on with this? Okay, it won't let me play. Okay, well, this is the young man right here, the one that got shot at in Mississippi while he was driving. I don't want to play nobody else's YouTube video. While he was driving and delivering packages, it's not letting me do it.
Yeah, I think you can play the audio. I think.
I'm trying to see how to do it. Yeah, this is crazy. Come on, where you at? Oh, there it is.
You know, black people are being killed in the United States where they're actually still decapitating their heads. Then we go to another country for alleged vacations or alleged BBLs, alleged party time, and we're getting killed. It's like they are killing us any which way they can. This is crazy.
Right.
Know about that boy, girl, that's got me a little shook now.
JG3, I tried to open it up in another one. GJ, sorry, baby. GJ3, I tried to open it up in another one. It won't let me for some reason. So that's why I'm just playing the audio. The video is actually playing, but it's not playing on the screen.
And hello to everyone in the chat. Yeah, I'm really shook that this kid, that this was done to this kid.
Yeah.
Like they chopped this boy's head off.
Yeah, they didn't care.
This is disturbing.
Okay, I think I got it. Hold on. Yeah, I got it. Here it goes. Darn, I hate this.
That is not a crime in Mississippi.
So basically, I was just going to deliver a package to 417 Junior Trail. I'm a new driver, so I still use my GPS. I accidentally put in the incorrect address. I put in 427 instead of 417.
Thank you,
so
GJ.
as I'm driving down the street, I'm looking for 427, and I can't find it because it's the incorrect address. I proceed to leave the neighborhood, and I noticed 417 to my left, and I realized that might be the correct address. I have a Leo. It's my work device. I check it. I confirm that 417 is the correct address rather than 427. I turn around in the random yard and proceed to the address. I hop out, deliver the package, and hop back in. There's a house in the background on the same plot of land, and a white pickup truck starts approaching me from that house. I'm thinking they just leaving the yard just to go somewhere, but then they get like extremely close to me, start blowing the horn, so I thought I was in the way. I proceeded to try to leave the yard, and the dude or whoever was in the truck tried to cut me off. I swerved around him, and I just like start hitting the gas to try to get out of there. I didn't know what his intentions were. I drive down about 2 or 3 houses, and there's another guy standing in the middle of the road with a gun pointed in my window, and he's mouthing the words "stop," and he's on his hands like this with the gun, "stop." I shake my head, I start hiding behind the steering wheel, hoping he don't shoot inside the van, and I swerve around him as well. When I swerve around him, he starts firing shots into my van. I keep driving. I get to the end of the street, and one of my managers actually called me, and she heard some of the shots going off, and I told her that they were shooting at me. She basically just replied to what I said. Are they shooting at you? I was like, yes, ma'am, they are. She was like, just hurry up, get back to the station as fast as you can. So I'm still hitting the gas at this point, and I noticed a white pickup truck behind me. They end up chasing me all the way out the city, like to a highway. I think it was Highway 55. It's right there by a truck stop in Brookhaven. And I drive down about 10 to 15 minutes until I feel safe. I call a different manager. I let him know what's going on. He tell me we're going to file a report in the morning. I ain't really feel comfortable with that because I know the police going to question why I didn't come that night. So I go ahead and I try to file a report myself, which I did. When I finally reached dispatch, I told about half of my story, and then the guy cut me off. He asked, were you at this address? And I said, yes, sir. He said, we just received a call about a suspicious person from this address. I informed him that I wasn't a suspicious person. I worked for FedEx, and I was just doing my job. I also let him know that they were shooting at me. He told me that they didn't tell him that, of course, they wouldn't. I told him that me and my manager would be coming up in the morning and asked if I could finish my story. He said he'd just take my name down and give it to his supervisor the next morning. After that, I went back to the station, and the manager there actually called me while the shooting was going on. We checked the back of the van. There was all type of bullet holes in the back of the van, inside packages. The package was like right behind me, like the bullets literally could have hit me. I had to file a report with FedEx that same night. And after that, we went to the police station the following morning. When I got to the police station, they weren't really taking me serious. I dealt with like 3 different officers. The first officer, he actually took down my statement, and I told him the story like 3 or 4 times. He just kept changing my words. I'm not sure why, if it was protocol or whatever he was trying to do, but I'd tell him the story. He'd be like, so this is what you're saying happened? I would say, no, sir. This is what happened. We did it about 3 or 4 times before he finally got it right. There was a second officer who was sitting there listening to me tell the story, and he actually made a comment. He said, I'm going to play devil's advocate for a second and ask you, did you do anything to make them think it was suspicious? That was the utmost disrespect. But I let him know I was just doing my job, and if they made them think I was suspicious, that's on them.
To know my son could have lost his life on January 24th, 2022, due to him simply doing his job and being Black. It was very heartbreaking and traumatizing to me as well.
This man came within an inch of losing his life. I mean, several of the packages that received bullets were right behind him in the vehicle. Yet and still, the cases were not arrested immediately. He immediately notified the police of the incident that same night. They were not immediately arrested. Let me ask you this. Had it been a Black father and son duo that shot at a white young man doing his job, do you think they would have allowed them a week to rest at home comfortably? No.
What happened?
I said that is crazy. They didn't even arrest the guys that shot at that boy. And so it took until Michi X literally went down there with her team of people. She interviewed the son and she interviewed the mother. And the same day, he had medical bills and stuff like that because he was off work. Also because he was so shook up and so afraid. And FedEx wanted, or UPS wanted him to get right back to work. And he was like, nah, he needed to go to therapy and everything. So Michi X asked everybody to donate. Everybody came out in droves on her channel and donated to that young man. That young man was in tears. He was just like, thank you, thank you, thank you to everybody. And it took for Michi X to go down there and to make this story literally come out. She went down there herself, her and her team. That's how I heard about this. And still today, well, they finally got in trouble. They finally got prosecuted. I don't know how much time they got in jail, but they finally got prosecuted. But if it wasn't for Michi X going down there, this story would not have gained any traction because those 2 guys were related to somebody in the police department and they were trying to keep it hush hush. Yep, you're right about that. They sure do falsify information. They heard what he said, but you want to keep changing his words, trying to be funny. You there, Miss April?
I'm here. I'm here.
Yeah, that's absolutely bonkers.
Again, these are things, that really have me rattled. Like, we are still fighting police discrimination in 2023.
Mm-hmm.
Why can't a black man go into the police station and give a statement without being questioned?
Right.
Can't you believe what this black kid was telling you?
Right.
What was so hard to believe
Right.
when he's got the evidence? I mean, his truck is shot up,
Mm-hmm.
bullet holes. Like
Mm-hmm.
these people, it's some evil people out there. I'm telling you, girl, I don't know. Like you say, they done release some dark horses. I don't know what it is, but
Mm-hmm.
it's not good. This is just awful. I'm
Yeah.
still in shock from this kid's head being chopped off.
Right.
Don't they know how this type of stuff affects people? Do you know, with all of the stuff going on in America, between the school shootings, things like this happening, COVID-19, a whole bunch of other stuff, girl, half this country gonna be on anxiety medicine.
Mm-mm-mm-mm. That's something else.
Half of the country is gonna be on some type of anxiety medicine. Cause this is like too overwhelming. It's too much.
Right. Right. Exactly.
So I'm done. I'll give you the mic. I'm gonna mute my mic.
Miss April is done. She's like, I can't believe it. Yeah, that's crazy. Like for Benjamin Crump to not want to take his case, and that's the only cases he take. He take cases where people are no longer here because it pays more, and I think that that's wrong of him. I think it's wrong. The cops did that to me because they knew the guy that hit my car. Oh, until a witness came and said it was all his fault. Oh, wow.
Man, they'll try to cover up.
Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, but with that guy the one we just watched, it's because when he went in and said the people names, the people that were working in the sheriff's and in the county office, they knew those people personally, so they tried to cover it up. And when it's like that, and that's the same thing that's happening with Shanquilla Robinson, which is so crazy. The same night that girl beat Shanquilla, to pieces, that other girl, the light-skinned one, her sister was, terminated by her ex, and she used to be a police officer. The same night, her sister was terminated. I forgot her, Aaliyah or something like that, Alyssa, whatever her name is. Yeah, the same night that Shanquilla was, taken away, the light-skinned girl. I forget her name, Amber or something like that. Her sister was executed by her ex-boyfriend. And I was like, dang, ain't that something? And that was oof. Telling you, these people. It's like it's something dark released like over this land. It's just dark, and people just have this spirit. Like you look in their eyes and their souls, like it's empty, and it's dangerous, you know. And you got to be careful. Like out here in California last week, there's a guy that had a mental illness. I don't want to play it because it kind of triggered me. This kid was waiting for his mother to pick him up from school, and this dude had just moved into the neighborhood, and he had this humongous butcher knife, and he just went and he took that boy's life for no reason. And they had pictures of him, and they ended up finding him like the next day. He was at home kicking back like nothing happened, but then he had assaulted someone else prior. And the neighbors were like, when they saw him coming, they would go back in the house because they said he would be fussing with himself and stuff like that. And I'm like, these people get these clients in these residential living homes, and you're not medicating them appropriately, and you're letting them just walk the street. Now, they done showed this man's picture all day, and you done looked at the news all day long, and you never thought to pick up the phone and turn this joker in. Honey, if I had to like leave the house in my car, I would have locked him in, and I would have called the police like, look, he's here. You slept a whole day and didn't say nothing, and now you want to cry. My baby? No, your baby, you know, terminated somebody's life, and you sat there and he ate a full dinner, went to sleep, got up, ate breakfast, and lived his life like nothing happened. And you didn't say nothing. It was so quick to identify him. His picture was extremely clear. Now, I would have went after that person that had custody of him because you knew he did it. It was plastered everywhere. And it was just coming on, breaking news, breaking into programs. You know, even if you were Spanish speaking, it broke into the Spanish Telemundo. It was all over the place last week. And this boy just sitting there waiting for his mother. And you come out unmedicated, knowing that you had a psychological history, and you done took somebody's life. And it was stated that he stabbed his mom too. And I'm like, see, that's what I'm saying. These type of people that have violent tendencies and they have disabilities mentally, they need to stay in a locked facility because they can snap at any moment. And it's not to be mean, but that's what needs to happen, especially if you have a history, you know, and that medication stops working. We don't know what can happen. So you're not protecting other people. Some of these parents are always trying to excuse. Yes, they're always trying, not my child, not my child. Yes, your child. Yes, your child. Your child very much so. You know, your child very much so, especially, you know, these kids that's running around here rudely, cussing out teachers. I wouldn't dare have thought about cussing out no teacher. I wouldn't have dared spoken disrespectfully to a person that was even 5 years older than me, because I would have found my teeth hanging around the corner somewhere in one of them trees, you know, and I think it was a big mistake to take discipline. Who's what guy? Oh, it's a guy out here in California, DJ Chuck. He's a psychiatric patient. He's had other violent outbreaks in the past, and they end up letting him go and live in a residential facility. Like you turn your home into a residential place. So this dude just got up and walked out the house, and this kid was waiting at, you know, around the school for his mom to pick him up. This dude left the house with a big butcher knife. You mean to tell me you didn't see him walking out the house with a big butcher knife? You're supposed to keep your eyes on these people at all times. So he goes out with a big butcher knife, and the first two people he see, he stick one, but this young kid, he ends up, you know, completing the mission, whatever the mission was. After he did that, he went home like nothing happened. So this was probably around 4 o'clock, you know, 4 o'clock until the next day, and they're flashing this man's picture all over the news. You mean to tell me you didn't one time look and say nothing? Were you planning on hiding him? Were you planning on like sending him back across the border so that he didn't have to suffer his consequences. If you want to come up, let me drop the link. Yeah, I think you told me about that. That was crazy.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, these people are
Well,
off the hook. But did I do it
you know,
wrong? No, I didn't.
mental illness is real. But what really disturbs me, and I keep saying this together, and I know you want me to call you Goldie. This is
Okay,
this
it's okay.
to think. I mean, this really has me really sitting here with chills when you was reading this. To think this is going on in 2023. This is
Yeah,
awful. I'm like still in shock because I'm grasping all of this.
yeah. They just took the boy's head off and found other body parts scattered around.
Mm.
And he said that well, she has the name of the person in her text message, but she wasn't at liberty to say it. That this person, if something happens to me, he knew the name of the exact person that he was referring to, but she couldn't say who it was right at that time. What's up, you knew? How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
We're great.
So, what happened was right outside my yard, the girl was at the time 14 years old, full blown virgin.
Mm-hmm.
She has not done anything with anybody, literally. And her aunt's boyfriend, they haven't even gotten married yet. Her aunt's boyfriend came over to the house. He wanted to get the older sister, who is not in any way innocent, okay? And she was sleeping. So the guy said, well, that's okay. It's fine. Your sister can babysit. Your aunt wants you to come over there and babysit the baby. They had just had a baby not that long ago. It still triggers me real bad when I hear about it. I mean, talk about it. Ooh, Lord have mercy. Okay, so anyway. So the brother went and got her. She went and got in the car thinking that she was going to be okay and everything's going to be fine. No. He took her, I'd say about maybe not even 2 miles away, punched her, punched her, knocked her out, raped her. And, oh, Lord have mercy. Anyway, the sister that I was talking about, the older sister, she's passed away, so I hate talking about things when they're like listening. I don't know how it bothers or messes with them, even when they're up in heaven, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so like I said, he punched her, he raped her. Then he took her to, he had her in the car with him, and he stole this old couple's car. He took her, he dropped her off at a plant, and she was just about naked. And he put her out on the street. But what he did is, when he was putting her out, obviously, I don't know how it happened as far as the part where they found her in the car hanging out with, naked. But the security guard found her from the plant. He found himself a way to, I don't know, hitchhike wherever he went, because we don't know the whole story on that part because we weren't there. We're not a fly on the wall, but I wish I was, so I could tell it all. But anyway, so he gets away with this. Literally, she's in the hospital fighting for her life. Yeah, she's in the hospital fighting for her life because he beat her. You could tell she fought back because she had marks all over her arms. because she was trying to fight back.
Oh my
So
God.
they found him. Guess where they found him?
Where?
At the father's house. He was hiding him.
Oh my God.
So that tells you some of these parents will do anything and everything for their children until the cops start coming to their house and asking questions. Oh no, he didn't know where his son was. And then they found out, yes, we know where he is. He's in your house. And he kept saying, no, no, he's not. No, he's not. But they didn't have the warrant yet. So until they were going to have that warrant, he kept saying, no, he's not. No, he's not. I guess somebody got to him or something. He called the cops and said, he's right here. My son's right here. He just got here. So that way he wouldn't get in trouble. But he knew that son was with him the whole time.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
These parents, and guess what? I'd have took his old ass to jail right along with him.
Mm-hmm. He should have, but I don't know if they did. I think because he was old.
I wouldn't have gave a damn. You knew your son was a nuisance. Guess what? You lied. You obstructed justice. Somebody's fighting for their life. You're going right along with them.
Yep. So that's not even the end of the story now. The end of the story ends up being that this child, after what happened to her, being raped and everything, when she got out of the hospital, she didn't have nobody there for her because her parents went and moved to a whole nother city and left her there with her brother. But the brothers, I guess he didn't catch exactly the stuff that he was doing. I had to tell him something. I said, look, do not put your sister in the front, especially not when it's a man. Because he put her in the front with this guy, with her uncle. This is a whole nother uncle now. This is another uncle. This is somebody they could trust. But after what she went through, she was holding on. I could see her holding on to the door, like for dear life. She was getting away from him, like as far as she can go. She was grabbing to the door, like gravitating to the door, not letting go. And I told her, I said, look, don't put your sister in the front. You get your butt in the front, put her in the back seat, because I saw what your sister just did. She was grabbing for the door, like, no, 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 no. They were trying to get her to her parents, to the other city. So that's the story that was told and some of the stuff that I saw. And he was like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. And then I find out that he's the one who tossed his sister to the wolf, but not knowing that he's a wolf.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
So where's the guy now? Is he in jail still?
So the moral to this story is don't get your behind in jail if you do something like that, because guess what? They treat you like massive dirt. They weren't feeding him. They weren't giving him anything to drink. So what do you do for food other than you take your own stuff and your own urine, and this is your meals?
Well, that's what he get. He shouldn't have had that.
Yeah. So that's basically what I was trying to say. It's like you don't want to get treated like that. Don't do that, because I'm gonna tell you something. Them prisoners, they do stuff. Yeah, they done. They kill somebody. They did this, but they frown against rapists, molesters, pedophiles, anything to do with children or women. They frown against that.
Yep.
So if they see something like that, they're gonna get you. You're gonna be their beef. You're gonna be their beef for the rest of your time until somebody puts you in a safe place by yourself.
And you know what? Sometimes those officers, depending on your level of crime against a child or a woman, they will release you in general population, knowing that
purpose.
Yeah, knowing that these inmates have seen you on the news, or someone like passed a kite to tell them what you did, and so you end up, not here no more. Yeah, they don't need to put those folks in protective custody. So you wasn't protecting the person that you were harming, so why should you be protected?
Right.
Yeah, I get it. I see why that disturbs you, because that disturbed me to know that this person did that, and then dad wants to protect him. That would trigger me too.
Yeah.
Yeah, oof. Wow.
I had to see her in the hospital like that and everything. She was all That girl
Messed up.
was beat up. Her face was like you could see the scars on her lips, right, like on the sides of her mouth. You could tell where it got ripped open from him punching her. All that. Yeah.
That's bad. That's hard. That's hard.
So
Ooh.
that poor child, I feel so horrible for her because of what she went through. But at the same time, instead of like trying to get help for her, they didn't get help for her. This girl turned into a very loose child.
Oh, a prosthetic.
No. Lord have mercy. She has, I think she's at her second or maybe her third child with no dad.
That's why I said a prosthetic.
Oh, yes, I thought you were talking about something else. Girl.
I don't say the full word. I just call you a
Yeah.
prosthetic.
Yeah, so she's got 3. I believe she has 3 by now. Yeah.
Wow, that's gosh. Well, then that's just something that I'm gonna have to pray for her.
Yeah, that's all
Pertaining.
every time I see her, I haven't seen her in a minute. I don't know where she moved to, but every time I used to see her, I say, Lord, help this child because she's been through it. But I wish she'd have never went the wrong way with it. Like she literally started getting, you know,
Yeah, promiscuous.
promiscuous, smoking whatever she could smoke, take whatever
Well,
she
she's
took.
just trying to mask the pain. I
Yeah,
mean, when you have
yeah.
people like that, they resort to that kind of stuff to mask the pain and the trauma.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It was
Wow.
and I'm pretty sure she never even got to that stage of being helped.
That's I mean, but it's a lot of women that have gone through those types of situations. Back in the day, they used to tell you be quiet when grandpa, uncle, cousin, brother, neighbor would come into the girls' rooms and,
Mm-hmm.
have their way and everybody wanted to keep it hush hush.
Mm-hmm.
That is a hard pill to swallow,
Mm-hmm.
and it's up to her at this point as an adult to go seek the help that you need,
Definitely.
especially if you got somebody that's telling you, look, you know what, you're living a reckless lifestyle and I'm afraid, for your safety, I'll go
Mm-hmm.
with you to counseling. I will support you, and that's what we need to start doing is supporting other people when, they want to go to counseling for whatever it is they
Right.
went through,
Yeah,
um,
I told her all she had to do is get an appointment. I would take her because the people that would have been taking her would be her parents, and they never took her. They told her she didn't need to go.
because they don't want to face the fact that they failed her.
I
That's
don't
why.
know what the reason is, but so a few years later, the father passed. He had a car accident by himself. Nobody was there. The accident was never told exactly how it happened. It's just we know that he was going north on the same freeway. A year later, exact date, his daughter passed going the opposite way on the same street.
Good gracious, that's a woo. Glad I wasn't
A
doing it that
year later, yes.
Good gracious.
hmm So he was
That's
going
sad.
south and she was going north. And I'm sorry, he was going north and she was going south because it was the opposite. Yeah.
Wow.
hmm
That's mm.
When I heard that, I was like, wait, what? I just saw her. This is crazy.
And it
Just
is
saw her.
crazy. You'll see somebody and, oh girl, did you know such and such left us 2 days ago? Wait a minute, I was on the phone with her today. Wait, 3 days
Right?
ago?
That's
Yeah,
some
it's
shocking
crazy how it
stuff.
happens. Yep. But I'm like Miss April right now. My mind is still stuck on how this boy was traumatized in Mississippi. Like Mississippi, they need to be ashamed of themselves. You know
Yeah.
that.
hmm
Ooh,
Yeah.
Jesus.
This world is so jacked up. It's not even funny. That's why when people like, God be with them, unalive, whatever you want to call it, um, they're in a better place.
Yeah, I understand that, but it's just the way they went to that so-called better place.
Right.
That
No.
that's
I'm
the
not
part
talking
they
about
get.
them. I'm talking about just people in general who, you know, have a moment that they're going to be going away, somebody in your family. I'd be
Yeah.
like, you know what? I'm going to miss you. I love you with everything I got. But you know what? You're in a better place because this world is jacked up, really jacked up.
Girl, don't get me started with a better place.
Lord have mercy.
I'm gonna keep my comment to myself because
No,
Miss
I
April
told
have to get on my butt because I be going.
no, I told you. Remember I spoke to you about this? A better
Everybody ain't
place.
going to heaven, girl.
No,
Everybody
no,
ain't
no,
going
no.
to heaven.
I know they're not. But remember I told you where those people need to be, them pedophiles and them people that do things they ain't got no business doing on a whole
Girl, they
nother island by themselves.
shit or jet skis straight to hell.
Whichever one's first. Whichever one's first. Yes, ma'am.
Jet skis straight to hell. And if you want to get there faster, a speedboat to hell. Take your pick.
One or the other.
Right, that
As
part.
long as they're not here where we're at, where the people that are in their right minds are at.
That would be very interesting if there was a island way out in butt flip Egypt and and they dropped off all those people and like check back a year later and see how many still rolling. They probably try to get a paddle boat to bring their ass back to America.
I
Do
didn't
like
say
they
it
did
together, said
Terminal
it.
Island.
Tracy, I didn't say it together, said it.
Tracy said she folding clothes. She said, I got an ear full. But look, Tracy been knowing I was crazy. She been knowing what my other channel. She been knowing I was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I'm telling you, they need a whole place like Terminal Island or whatever that was, Rikers Island, wherever the
Yeah,
one that
Rikers
has
Island.
all them sharks.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's out here in San Francisco. Yeah, they need to have that place and drop all them bastards and have a shark infested. Well, you ain't got no way to yeah, Tracy, a shark infested and you get
40
if you make it with all them sharks, then guess what? I ain't messing with you.
Right. You got 9 lives.
Man, 9 my 8. I told you.
Look, they're gonna be over there. You seen? Well, remember that movie, 47 Meters? That's
Girl.
that's where we could take them to.
Girl, that's what I'm. You know what? I'm done with that movie. That movie pissed me off. I don't know nobody in their right mind. How you gonna jump down into some stuff and knowing damn well you ain't got a rope, you ain't got a ladder, you ain't got a bunch of friends hanging from the top, you ain't got a helicopter with a ladder to get your butt out of there. You jump your ass down into wee, and ain't nothing around to say if something go down, I can swim back to land. Man,
Right.
that
Don't
movie
forget. Don't forget. Not enough oxygen.
Look, let me tell you something.
What?
They would have said 47 meters, and I'd have looked around and I'd have been like, so how we supposed to get out of this before y'all jump down there? They'd be like, there's no way out. I'd be like, guess what? In the movie, I'm gone. That would have been a fast. They've been rolling credits while they saw my face because ain't no way.
You're gonna be like, cut, movie's over.
Nope.
home
They
now.
would have said cut. It would have been rolling credits because it'd have been the end of the movie. As soon as you saw me, the credits is rolling. I'm not jumping down nothing. I'm not jumping down nothing. And like I say, if God wanted me to be in all that water, he would have made me a fish, and I'm not a fish. Straight up. The swimming pool, that's cutting the curve real close.
Mm-hmm. Yes, indeed. Tracy, I'm glad you said something about folding clothes. I got clothes to fold my daggone self.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I'm going to go ahead and talk with Miss April. Thank you for coming up, sis. I appreciate it. We're going to wrap this bad boy up because I'm concerned about my girl over there coughing. I need to make sure she's all right.
Yeah, I hope she's okay too.
Miss April?
April? Don't tell me she's exercising.
Girl, look.
Remember that?
Man, look, I'm just trying to see if she's gonna come back up because I want to make sure she's all right. Or I'll just call her afterward.
Yeah, definitely. Look, she's probably exercising like, you know who, the one that ain't sleeping.
You know what? I know y'all. I mean, yeah. If y'all can go to Miss April community wall for me, everybody that's in here, and just go to her community wall and ask her to feel better.
Okay.
Just tell her to feel better.
I will.
Do that for me. And
And
I'm gonna.
I
Oh,
will,
you
then
know,
Yes, ma'am.
what is, like, so you're down there in one of the southern states down there.
Yes.
So, do you really feel safe?
No. No.
For real?
I'm safe in my house
Oh.
with my 38 and my 22 and my shotgun. Yeah. That's the safe place at home.
Mm-mm.
Lord have mercy.
I don't think we're safe
There's
anywhere
not
to tell
one
you.
person on this earth. They should not be able to say that, y'all.
Right. Right.
Are you okay though? We're more worried about you than anybody else right now.
I'm just a little shocked that they done chopped this boy's head off. Like this stuff, things affect me differently. Because, I'm a 2-time breast cancer survivor. I'm fighting to live. And then they're killing people for all kind of crazy reasons. And
There's
like to
never a
think
reason to
this
kill
stuff,
anybody. Never.
Right.
you are so true.
Yeah, that got me kind of shook too, Miss April, because I keep
But
looking over at this paper.
the thing to think like even with all of the stories you done talked about, there is some police corruption going on too.
Yes, it is. There's definitely a lot of that.
Yep.
This is awful. I'm gonna mute my mic while y'all talk.
Oh no, we're about to come down off because we wanted to make sure you was okay, before I got off of here. I wanted to at least hear your voice.
I'm okay. I just get shook. I look at life so different now. Then I'm like this emotional. But that's
If you guys ever want to talk about Kanika Jenkins again, let me know.
That ain't my forte. Miss April probably have more information than me because I just
the only information we got is she ended up at a hotel in Rosemont, Illinois, which is an affluent community. For her to go there with her friends to a hotel and she comes up dead. What information do you have,
I feel when I saw very first time I saw that video, I want to know why they over there dancing in the hallways, walking in a whole clutter of people instead of separating and looking for that child. The friends.
Right.
They over there dancing and moving and twerking and whatever else they were doing over there. And I'm like, wait, your friend is missing and you dancing and walking and laughing in the hallway, twirling your hair like you on a fashion show? Please.
I ain't no way I would have left my friend. First of all, knowing that you intoxicated, I would have took my belt and belted you to my hip. You wouldn't have gone nowhere. We both would have been falling.
And why did it take all of them to go back in the hotel room to leave her in the over there by the elevator or wherever outside the room or whatever to go get one thing?
That's
is it that heavy? Oh my God.
I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know. It's not that. It's just what was it? A phone or something they forgot? I forgot what it was they forgot. It's been a minute.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know.
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll get answers on all of it. You know what I'm saying? The Shanquella, Kanika, all this stuff, all this senseless stuff. And it seems like when Black women are eliminated from this earth, it's like they don't give a damn. And it's sad. We don't get no love, no respect, no nothing. And It's crazy.
Hmm. I agree.
It's all crazy. But what, Miss April?
No, I'm just ooh. Yeah, it is what it is. But I would really like to really talk about Kanika more.
Mm.
But people that was reporting on Kanika Jenkins, they ended up dead.
Come up missing or dead. Yep.
Are you serious?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just like that one reporter that was talking to those people having an interview on that couch, and then came up
Oh,
not
Zach
alive.
TV?
Mm-hmm. Not alive.
Well, shit, I don't know too much about it. That's all I'm saying. I don't.
That's
'Cause
when I
last
got
time-
out of that case. I was like, oh no, I'm
Girl,
not next. That's
let me tell it. That story will turn into a comedy because they be like, what the hell is she talking about? Like, I don't know. Hell. I don't know.
I'm just a living, and that's where I'm staying.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
that's a sad situation right there. And
Mhm.
maybe one day the truth will come out. But that's to be determined.
Yeah.
Wow.
I ain't
Wow.
touching that story. People coming up missing, I ain't touching that story because I ain't trying to come up missing.
Well,
Not
Honey, they'll make you come up missing once you start reporting about it.
No, I ain't
When
fooling
you start
with it.
digging, they start missing.
I ain't fooling with it because I don't know nothing about it. I just know what people was telling me, and that's it. That's all.
Mm-hmm.
And other than that, I don't know too much.
Wow.
Remember what I told you? I'm deaf, I'm blind, and I'm mute. I ain't telling nothing. I ain't saying nothing. I ain't hear nothing. I ain't see nothing. Yep. That case is cray-cray.
Yeah. Yeah. But I think another thing that bothers me in that is that these white supremacist groups are still walking around.
Yeah, I know. I know. I feel you on that one.
Wow.
I feel you on that one.
Wow. That's sad.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we've been on here.
Anyway, what are you guys? Are you getting ready for Easter?
Nope. Nope. The eggs is too expensive. I'll get some plastic eggs and they can hunt them.
Wow.
Oh my God.
I ain't wasting no money on no eggs. Them things is too much now.
Yeah, together. Get it together, girl. Oh my goodness.
Right. You better get it together or leave it alone.
I'll get them some plastic eggs. You better go on and hunt them things down.
Right. I feel you on that one.
Mm-mm.
Mm-hmm. 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 I feel you.
Like when they was $1, like what 99 cents or something like that, man, I have all the eggs you want, but right now, eggs is getting just like jewelry.
Extinct.
No, they're getting expensive. I ain't playing.
But you would think they're extinct with all the prices that they are, with the cost of the prices. I mean,
Girl,
eggs and the
shoot.
jewelry. As if ain't gonna be none no time soon.
I saw a carton of eggs for $9.99. I said, guess what? Ain't nobody getting no Easter. And nope.
Ain't nobody getting no breakfast.
Oh, they can have some breakfast. You get one egg. Ain't no 3 and 4. You better
Well, it's a
cherish
good thing
that
we have
egg.
eggs. It's a good thing we have eggs. I ain't gotta worry about all that.
Cut them eggs up in little tiny pieces and act like you full. That's almost like a daggone shrimp and lobster menu.
Mm-hmm.
Shoot, get your bill for some pancake and eggs be $45.
Mm-hmm.
Not
That's
today.
crazy. That's crazy.
Not me.
Mm-hmm.
That ain't gonna work. I ain't trying to get no chicken either, because around here, shoot, the cats are probably trying to kill the chickens.
You're gonna have foxes and everything else around your house if you do that.
No, I'm not either. I just have to teach these crazy dogs to stop attacking everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's another one that gets at them is the dogs.
And yeah, they attack everything. I'm like, dang, you attack your own shadow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You are correct.
What about you, Miss April? She asked the question and bounced on us.
I'm gonna drop down, y'all, and I will continue to listen.
Yeah, I'm gonna end it in a few minutes. I'm like, she just like
She fell off again.
See? Oh, that's what I'm saying, Miss April. You better look. Let me tell you something. One thing I learned about Miss April. Once Miss April said, "Okay, I'll talk to you later," you better not get that okay, and because she gonna hang up. You better say everything you gotta say before she say that.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. I'm like that now. I'll be like, all right, click.
Like,
why you hang
peace. And that's exactly what she means. I'm out.
I love me some Miss April, but still, y'all just go over there on her wall and just put, feel better. Still.
Yeah.
That's my buddy. That's my buddy right there. Miss April is my buddy. You know what I'm saying? I thank God I met her. She just real. She's a real person. She's not a fake. She's not a phony. Everybody that's on my channel, if you are not subscribed to Miss April, please go on over there. And I'm telling you, you will never be disappointed. Never be disappointed. Her pop-up shows be the funniest, the best, the most informative. I love it.
Yeah, she's a real sweetheart. She's a sweetheart.
Oh yeah, the best. I'm telling you.
If you're still in here, Miss April, we'll talk to you soon, darling. We know that you just want to jump off and hop off and get off, but we'll see. We'll talk to you later. Not today, but tomorrow, sometime tomorrow.
And I want to know, is DJ Chuck still in here? He talking about, who is this guy? And I ain't heard nothing from him since Skippy was a pup.
On my end, I can't see how many people's in here, but maybe I know that Tracy's been still talking in here. So I don't know who else.
Yeah, Tracy's one of my day ones. She one of my day ones. That's my girl right there. That's Papa's girlfriend.
Oh.
Yeah, she Papa's girlfriend. Mm-hmm.
We're gonna have to sit across the table and speak, Tracy, because that's my boy right there. We gotta make sure you're a good person for him. Just kidding.
Oh, he'll speak to her before he speaks to anybody else.
Yeah, he's a sweetheart. He's a cutie pie.
I love her.
Tracy. I'm kidding, Tracy. Yes, MJ.
MJ Tracy on here. He said, huh? Now you want to cry.
Did he go down and go book?
What's the matter?
There's a candy in my
Oh my God, girl, hold on. I gotta go. He done stuck some candy in his nose.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay.
Oh, I got it.
Oh my God, don't be scaring me like that now.
You know what? You special. Go on in the room and think of why you special, and I'll talk to you later. Put it in your mouth. Give it here. Why you do that? Because hey, y'all, I gotta go.
She ain't right, Tracy. She ain't right.
She done stuck the candy up his nose.
She is not right, Tracy. She's not right.
Stop crying. Stop.
All right,
y'all.
Sweetie. Bye, Papa.
All right. Good night, you
Bye,
guys.
sweetie.
Thank you
I'll
for
talk to you
joining
tomorrow.
me. All right. Bye.
Bye, Tracy. Thank you for sticking in here with us. Bye.